This is the Gosei Great Megazord by Bandai America as part of Power Rangers Megaforce. This is a completely retooled version from the Japanese one. So it is not compatible. It's pretty much its own animal. Packaging is nice. I like that they're using this Zord builder connotation now with the little icons, so you can see exactly what things go together. I like that they kept calling it Gosei Great, which is nice. It comes with cards that you will be able to scan in on your mobile device with an app, so that's kind of cool. And on the back it shows you several different combinations that you can make with the other toys in the series that are out so far. There are more, of course, but this just gives you an idea of what you can do with the Zord builder system. So let's take a look at the Gosei Great Megazord. Alright, so we'll start off by looking at the individual Zords. First we'll start off with this guy. So I'm not super into Power Rangers lore, okay? It looks to me like a tiger, or a saber-toothed tiger perhaps. It is like a bulldozer saber-toothed tiger. As we mentioned before, this is a complete remold from the Japanese version. It's really simplified, but the plastic is decent, paint's good, not as much detail as maybe that I'd like. It has wheels at the bottom, which is, I believe, that the other version doesn't, at least in the head. The head has wheels, the jaw does not open. There's no little safety latch. There is an extra little pin on the bottom, which I'm sure will be used in another combination. It is not used in this one. So, head detaches. The connection points are really good, nice and solid, no problems there. It's got a nice satisfying sound to it, and it just locks in rather nicely. And that is, well, it won't stand on its own until you have the whole thing completed, but that's one of the feet. Next we have the this one is a snake, I believe. It's very cool looking. It's a snake train, or just a snake, either way. Very nice, like the snake. Once again, it's got full wheels under the whole thing, wheels under the mouth. This is, I mean, it's very light, but pretty solid. You know, kids will do okay with it. Can kind of, you know, curl around a little bit, not as much as its Japanese counterpart, but essentially same thing. The heads come off, go wherever reasonably easy. So what we do to this point, detach. There we have the base. Now this set is using the common connector point, so you could get really wacky and, you know, do that if you wanted to. You know, it's good. It opens up a different level of play, which I think the Japanese version doesn't have, but purists won't really care too much about. So this one, I believe, is the Phoenix Zord. It looks a little bit different than the Japanese one, less detailing, of course, and this whole section is kind of more action figure-y than the other. The back is definitely very different. There's not a lot to do with this. You have your wheels, those go down, head can come off, like we said before, attach different ways, but that one's a little stiff. That would become an arm. You have another arm, and that one is a shark. Who doesn't like killer robotic sharks? This is kind of similar to the shark from Wild Force a little bit. Some of the colors are kind of Wild Force-ish overall. Not a lot of detail. Again, you know, you can tell it's definitely a lower-priced, more kid-focused piece. It has wheels underneath the head as well. The jaws do not open, but you can see clearly that's where the sword's going. And the tail splits open with a little painted detail inside, and it folds in nicely. These are kind of weak. You could just kind of, these are going to be lost all over the place, I think. So Parents, if you're by any chance watching this to see if it's good for your kids, don't lose that piece. Finally, the dragon. Dragon is rather cool. It's pretty big. There's no electronics. I mean, it kind of looks like there should be, you know, but there isn't. Not a lot of motion here. The wings can go back, which is nice, and it's something that the Japanese version does not do. Okay, these click down. That's really all there is for action features. The head, of course, comes off. Well, let's get right into the whole idea of how this works. So the main head is under the tail, and that comes off. This goes in, and of course this sits right up there on the top. Alright, so next thing we do is we take the White Zord, the Phoenix Zord, place him there, and the Shark Zord, place him there, and we put this guy right here, and we put you right there. And therefore we have the Gosei Great Megazord. Megazord! So the last thing I wanted to show you is the whole concept behind the headers is that you can take these and place them, you know, anywhere there's a connection point. So you can move them all around on the figure. But as you buy the different accessory sets, you can do Zord building. And that is what all these connection points are all about. You know, so very cool. So yes, I know this wasn't an Ava review. I'm sorry about that. You know, he wouldn't like this, I can tell you right off the bat. But you have to come at it with the perspective that it's a kid's toy priced for kids. Hopefully they'll continue to do what they did with the Shinkano and offer a import version that collectors can buy should they want to go that route. But this version, all things considered, is not bad. So this is Josh from CollectionDX. See you next time.